Good morning, students. Let me start with a small trivia. You all know what is DNA. DNA determines the character of every living creature in this planet. But can you guess the difference between the DNA of a wild African cat and a domestic sweet white cat? It's 0.1%. The small tiny DNA glitch can make one simple domestic cat to a hunter wild cat in Africa who is capable of taking the jungles. It applies to human and chimpanzees. We matches 98.8% DNA. What it means? It means you and me, Sachin and Messi, Tagore and Tendulkar is just 1% away from eating bananas on the branches. And this is called delta DNA, the delta changes. And here I am talking about the home match advantage. The delta changes in your thoughts, in your leadership, in your mindset, in your environment can transform one simple team, ordinary team, to an extraordinary team who is capable of taking the world champions. Before I start the home match analogy, we need to understand what home match is. Students, when you play in your stadium, it's called your home match. When you go to play on other stadiums in other schools against them on their conditions, it's called away match. We struggle in away match, we dominate in home match. What the data says? The data says the UEFA came up with certain data on 650 football matches, and they says the away team only wins 25% of the time. Is it only for football? No. 100 plus test matches has been analyzed and we found only 25% time the away team wins in an average. And why is that? Is it the crowd who cheers and who overrules the skill and the talent? There are certain aspects. There are certain reasons. And the expert says there are broadly two reasons. One is biological and psychological, another is environmental and physical. What the biological reason is? When you play home match, your testosterone spikes. And why your testosterone spikes? It's not because of the protein shake that you have taken, not because of the gym workout, but because of the mindset. When you play the home match, you think you are holding your territory, you are holding your pride, you are playing for your pride, you are holding your area. You are more energetic. You are more inspired rather than when you play in away conditions which is completely unknown to you or maybe partially known. With the crowd that cheers, you think, I need to survive. I need to settle for a draw. And eventually you lose. And it's not only for one or two countries or matches or international matches. If you see Maradona's Argentina, Pele's Brazil, they could only win 30% away matches. The European football giants, England, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, they could hardly manage 25 to 30% win in the away matches. Even the best of the best crumble in away situations because of the psychological mindset that it is not only on the players, but also on the umpires and the referees. The referees give 10% more yellow card in favor of the home team, in the away team, and the umpires give 10% more umpire call in favor of the home team, which makes a huge difference, these tiny decisions. The environment also take a very big role on them. We all think we are Avengers, we can always play anywhere and everywhere in this world. No, man. No, sir. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to equip our body in a different conditions, in temperature, in food, in environment, in snow and rains. Sometimes the stadiums are made in a way that it resonates. The crowd sit closer. It intimidates the visitors. And you can design the field and the pitch the way you want with your strength and the weakness of the opponent. Let's say Indian cricket team. They're the lions. They're the wild cat when they play in India. But the confused domestic cat when they go to Australia and South Africa in the bouncy pitches. So BCCI decided we will practice in bouncy pitches. We'll practice on the same environment of Australia and South Africa. And if they go play in empty stadium, will they still win? No. They won't. Because it's not about skill. It's not about environment of the pitch. It's because of the mind math, the mind game. And I'm here to explain how you can use mind math and mind game to transform your match, your team's match, your organization's match, your project's match into a home match. I'm Pijush Ranjan Ghosh, working in IPM for last 25 years, led more than 10 global transformation projects across the globe for Fortune 500 companies, authored 5 books, has done multiple NGOs in Kolkata and Newtown. Here I'm talking about how you can use home match analogy to transform your team, to your organization, and most importantly, you. I have seen in my career of last 25 years that when the team is inspired, they play for win. When they are feeling away and suffocated, they play to survive. And when they feel at home, their biological changes happens. Their serotonin goes up, their oxytocin goes up, their dopamine goes up, their testosterone goes up. But when they feel suffocated, when they feel uncertain, their cortisol hormone goes up, which is a bad hormone. They feel stressed. You as a team leader must know that your team is already playing a away match. They are under huge client pressure, they are under huge deadline pressure, they are under huge pressure of paying the bills, the personal issues, health, money, or relationship crisis. And on top of that, as a team leader, if you come and say, guys, are you motivated? Are they going to say, yes, we are? No, they are not. Motivation is just not a switch that you buzz. Motivation is chemistry, motivation is psychology, motivation is environment. As a team leader, as a manager, as a coach, as the project manager, you need to shape the environment by your behavior. And how you can do this? By taking out certain things like micromanagement, being judgmental, being critical, or not giving directions. Rather, infuse clarity, infuse certainty, infuse trust, give appreciations. In my last 25 years, I have seen the great leaders who has done magic and miracles. And how? I'll take 5 examples. The first example, what you really need to do to convert your team's match to home match. You must be convinced that you got a great team. You got a great pair of hands like the poker hands. Yes, you may shuffle 1 or 2. You may take out the rotten ones before the entire basket gets poisoned. But once you get a fresh set of hands, you must truly believe that this team can take anyone. And exactly what Sourav Ganguly has done 20 years back. He changed the course of the Indian cricket because he thought my team can take on Australia and England in their own soil. And the entire thoughts changed. They get energized and get the Pygmalion energy which create trust, safety, made the match a home match. The second thing as a leader you should be doing is to infuse clarity. Clarity of thoughts, clarity of visions, clarity who should be doing what. Because 70% project fails, the leaders or the team leads doesn't know what to do, what to deliver, the requirement is not clear, or we are not certain what exactly we are doing. You know the Pep Guardiola, right? The Manchester City head coach. He plays certain delta strategies which intimidate opponents, which jeopardize their plan, because he understands the game. So as a leader, you must understand the game, the rule of the game, and exactly on that positions, who should be doing what. You should know the exact SWOT, the inclinations of each of the players who can contribute at that point of time. The third important thing is appreciate the personal appreciations, the personal aspirations of every team members. Let's say Bumrah is trying to take a break from the next Wonder Series to play the T20 World Cup. Respect his personal aspirations. Because by doing that, we are ensuring we are getting a long run horse. I'm working in a great company in IBM for last 25 years. IBM has given me flexibilities. At the same time, it has taken care of my personal aspirations, and that's how you create long horses, my dear friend. And the fourth important point is you must shred ego as a leader, because your ego may take the team to an away match. Look at Lionel Messi. He has created one common theme. He has never shouted on his team. He has given the directions. He visualizes with the thoughts, with the team, and make it a common goal. And the good project manager never shouts, because when you shout, you create agitation, and the agitation creates a match. The fifth point is celebrate the baby steps. Celebrate every moves. Give thank you mails to your employees, to your team members, to your peers, to your client, to everyone. Be grateful to them. Celebrate the milestones. Take them out for the dinner. Celebrate the birthdays. Celebrate every goal. Celebrate every centuries. That creates momentum, and once the momentum is created, they feel joyful, and once they are feeling joyful, they start innovating. They take more ownership. They are invincible, and they will perform exceedingly well. They will perform exceedingly well, and that team will be extraordinary team. And my dear friends, that's why the great leaders actually transform the ordinary team into a great team. But there is a question. How you can be a home match leader? How you can be a team leader? No one is going to put you there. What exactly you need to do? So you first convert your match to a home match. You must find your home. You must feel at home. And here I quote from Tagore, দেখিতে গিয়াছি পর্বতমালা দেখিতে গিয়াছি সিন্ধু দেখা হয় নাই চক্ষু মেলিয়া ঘর হইতে দুই পা ফেলিয়া একটি ধানের শীষের উপর একটি শিশির বিন্দু. I have tried to find my home everywhere relentlessly. I have tried to find my home in the mountains and the rivers, but I have never thought my home was next to me in my doorstep, in my mind. The way I think. Your home is your natural inclination. Your home is your game which you mean to play. Your home is where you feel at home, where you can give your best. That's called your ikigai, that's called your passion, that's called your purpose. And once you find that purpose, what exactly you need to do? You need to think what to do with it. Let's say your game is cricket. Are you settling to be a gully cricketer, IPL cricketer, state cricketer, or you are going to play international? And that difference actually determines, are you a human or chimpanzee? Because human got better subconscious mind. And once you think that you can do big things, then your small complaints goes away. You are a completely different person. You are the wild cat. You bring that DNA inside you. And if you see the great leader called Chanakya, who has done a miracle uniting the Akhand Bharat from a small town, from a small Brahmin family, without having any battalion. How he has done it? Because of his indomitable greed, hunger, desire, and also the thought process. He failed, but he has taken inspired actions. How? Why he has taken inspired actions? What are the difference between Chanakya and me? The difference is delta thoughts, the way he thinks. A man is what he thinks all day long when no one is watching. Your thinking, your thoughts program your belief system results in inspired actions. But how you can make better thinking? And on average, 70% of our thoughts are negative. We have to feel positive, we have to feel good to think good. And how we can feel good? By programming our internal environment and by designing our external environment. How we can design our internal environment? By being grateful to everything. Gautam Buddha has said, as a human, if you have to do one simple thing, one simple practice, is to be grateful to anything and everything in this world. That grateful creates your thoughts, your feelings create your thoughts, thoughts create your beliefs create your actions. But how to design the outer environment? You find your cheerleaders who always applauds even when you are not doing well. Who is more proud when you are doing well, and cut the toxic friends who is actually backstabbing you. You need to design your audience so that you always feel inspired, but at the same time you practice your detachment from the result. Like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he is always mindful, he is always playing at the present, he is always giving the best, because he is not allowing the consequence of the match in the performance. Srimad Bhagavad Gita has said, that never means you should not be thinking about the result. That means you should disassociate the pressure because the pressure will create away matches in you. My dear friends, I'll conclude with one simple thought, that you are not playing alone. You are not playing here only here. You are playing with the universe. One simple thought can change, one delta thought can change your entire thing. The Vasundhaiva Kutumbakam, the feeling of oneness, will create the entire difference. And I'll end with an anecdote, with an anticlimax. It's not always important to win or lose. It's important to feel loved, feel peace, feel joyful, feel happy. Be that domestic cat who is loved, who is joyful, rather than fragmenting everyone, rather than that wild cat always hungry to kill others. It's our duty to unite the entire humanity, because in our body, every cell, the trillion and billion cells, are not fighting against each other. They are grateful, they are creating mutual trust, and that's why they are coexisting, and that's how our humanity will exist, because our subconscious and our universe are coexisting together in the same energy, and the way we think will vibrate in the frequency of the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a great world and everyone is cheering for you. Love everyone unconditionally. I'll state one Tagore example to end my conclusions. Give the best and you'll receive the best. Love unconditionally and you will be always loved. Thank you, everyone.